It's official. I'm creating a new country. This is crazy.
Look at that. That strikingly handsome face is the face of a man about to make history. Or a terrible mistake. I guess we're about to find out.
I like my life. The early morning walks down sleepy little streets, working on my tiny YouTube channel pretending that's a real job, then ending the day with family time, a silly anime, and a good book until I fall asleep. It's a good life, but it's not effortless.
The struggle is real, and it seems to be getting stronger every day.
I'm always fighting against distraction, laziness, and emptiness. It's like the world is designed to get the worst out of me, and the only way I can enjoy a good, happy, and fulfilling life is by actively fighting against it. All the time.
Funny thing is, I shouldn't complain. I'm one of the lucky ones.
Beyond my own little paradise, things look quite different. And some of the struggles out there, well, they make mine seem pretty insignificant. Not less real, though. In some way or another, we all struggle, and it doesn't look like in the future that's gonna get any better.
Let me make this clear, though. I'm not saying that we should burn it all because the world sucks. No, I think the world is awesome.
I see its beauty, its goodness, and its potential. That's why this is so frustrating. 8,000 years of civilization, of quote-unquote progress, and I'm supposed to believe that this is the best the world has to offer? I'm sorry, but I don't buy it.
By many measures, we've made a lot of progress, yes, but that doesn't change the fact that by many others, we're failing miserably. We could do so much better.
But let's be real, these guys, they're not gonna make it happen, and these ones, well, they clearly have other priorities.
It's up to you and me. So what do you say? Do you want to build a country? I'm Alexis, and I want to build the best country in the world together with you. I'm not a politician, and I'm not a billionaire. Damn it. I'm a writer.
But my writing journey started with an obsession, changing the world. I was just a kid when I first felt that the way we live our lives doesn't really make much sense, and I made it my life purpose to fix it.
You know, small goals. What started as a naive dream, though, never really left me.
Even when I was an entrepreneur trying to make it big, that was always my North Star. And then, after 15 years of ups and downs, I had a major crisis. I left the business world and I spent the next 2 years literally doing nothing but thinking and writing. It changed me.
For the first time in my life, I went beyond the gut feeling and asked the difficult questions.
Is there really something wrong with the world? Could we actually do better? And if so, how? I researched, racked my brain, and 200,000 words later, I decided to take a break. So I wrote a silly story about a time-traveling T-Rex. It was my first book ever, and it turns out it wasn't half bad. Before I knew it, I was a published author with a deal to write and illustrate multiple books. And you know what? I loved it. I love creating stories in a way that I would have never imagined.
But now it's time to finish what I started.
The clock is ticking. It's time to change the world.
The country we start building today is a work of fiction, yes. But here's the thing. Every change that ever happened started just like that, with a story.
We have a ton of problems and face endless challenges. Our goal is not to complain about them or to point fingers.
No, the story we're building today is about solutions that inspire action.
We're gonna reimagine the world to make it truly awesome.
And when I say we, I mean it. I've spent years preparing the groundwork, but right from the moment I clicked publish, this is not my story anymore.
If you want, it's also yours.
Yes, yours.
And with your help, it can also be the story of the 2.7 billion other people who use YouTube every month. Honestly, if we cannot make a difference, who can?
So, here's my pitch to you. Moving forward, this project is gonna take over this channel, and probably my life too.
We're gonna think the best country possible from the ground up. It will be fictional, but it will be set within the context of reality, so things will get messy, like they should.
We'll talk about everything, the big ideas and the tiny ones.
A country is so much more than just politics and economy, and everything's on the table. We'll interview experts, yes, but also anyone with an interesting perspective to share. We'll learn from reality, but we'll also think outside the box to find the best solution to every challenge. And in the process, we won't forget to have fun.
So if you believe in this mission and want in, all it takes is a click.
Let's write the craziest story ever. The story of how a bunch of weirdos on YouTube put their brains together, reimagined the best country in the world, and ended up changing reality. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.